Hey, you're amazing old friends. I'm with my old veteran friend, Trent Morris. How have you been, Trent?
Hey, I've been fantastic, thank you.
Now, I've got to say, it's been such an excursion for me coming out to visit you in Parramatta, Western Sydney. I haven't been out here in months.
I know, Parramatta, it's changed so much. We actually have an office just across the river, and it's great to be back.
Oh. Now, Trent, tell me, now, we've known each other for years. You work in logistics. Tell us all about logistics and what all the global trends are and what's going down.
Yes, I do work in logistics, and I tell you what, it's interesting times at the moment. I think the biggest challenge that we're facing is around the uncertainty in the market following COVID, with the repercussions in the international logistics, the war that's going on in the Ukraine, oil prices. These are all having a big impact in logistics. Interestingly, it's actually impacting both warehousing and transport, shipping, inventory control. All of those things are being impacted. We're hoping as things are settled down coming out of COVID that we're going to see some control measures back in place, which will help a lot. But at the moment, we're sort of taking a wait and see approach, and just helping people focus more on operational improvement than actual rate card improvement, which is always where the big benefit's going to be anyway.
And that was fascinating. I mean, you were just telling me before over coffee that, instead of just asking someone to cut their prices, you actually look at the process and improve things to reduce costs. How does that work? You got me fascinated on that one, Trent.
Yeah, well, probably the best way of doing that is to give you an example. I did some work for a company a few years back where I was brought on board to purely look at their rate card, but in looking at their rate card, I realised that their network was actually wrong. So rather than just diving straight into running a tender for them, we actually sat down, we re-engineered their network for their supply chain. And in looking at their network, we actually got about $300,000 or $400,000 in savings, maybe even a little bit more. Wow. And then once we got their network right, then we took it to market and got another couple of $100,000 in savings. But we never would have got that couple of $100,000 in savings if we hadn't got the network right in the first place, because it was always going to be broken.
Oh, wow, fascinating. Now, Trent, I got to say, love what you're doing. And just going to mention as well, we're also talking about the mentoring you do. You also mentor young people as part of what you do. Hey, tell us all about that and what you've learned and some of the things that you work on.
Yeah, sure. So a couple of years ago, I had some health issues, and I realised that I needed to actually protect my family, develop other sources of income besides just having the consulting work I do, which I love. Love what I do during the day with Logistics Bureau. It helps me get up in the morning. But I realised that to create my own future, I needed to do more than just the consulting. And so I started working with a guy that I'd met quite a long time ago, and reconnected with him and found out that he runs a mentoring group that actually helps people to create their own entrepreneurial assets. And in doing so, they can actually develop second and third sources of income, etc. But it's very much focused on the mindset rather than the actual how-to. So I got on board in that. I earn a place on his team. And because of that, I'm now in the position where not only am I growing and becoming a better person, he's teaching me how to put together an asset of my own. But at the same time, I'm starting to feel confident that not only could I introduce someone to my mentor, but also I could actually be mentoring people as well. Obviously under his guidance, because hey, he's the successful guy, and I'm just starting. But at the end of the day, I felt like I needed to do more than I was, just to make sure that I had that certainty. And then obviously COVID hit, and that just made it all so more relevant, because I think all of us had some impact from COVID, and the impact that I felt from COVID was actually minimised because of the work that I did both during hours and after hours. So it was very fortuitous that I'd taken that step.
Oh, wow. And we're just talking before about examples. You were talking about things like daily habits, reading the right books. Tell us a bit more about that, because you're totally speaking, I'm sure, my language and the language of everyone on LinkedIn watching this.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because when I first started working with my mentor, all I cared about was, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And he said, Trent, just calm down. It's not about the how-to, it's about the mindset. In fact, I worked out that 98% of success or thereabouts is actually about the mindset. And so the daily habits that we work on, so his attitude is that he's going to mentor me in life to coach me in building a business, but without one, the other won't succeed. And so every day I'm reading good quality books. I'm actually reading Tiny Habits at the moment by BJ Fogg. Every day I'm reading quality audio, listening to quality audios. I'm contacting my mentor on a regular basis and running ideas by him. And interestingly enough, as I said, it's not just about business. one of the most important things that we work on is the fact that my health issues from a few years ago, I need to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I'm looking at my weight, I'm looking at my health, general health, mental health, etc. And these are actually more important to my mentor than my business, because at the end of the day, if I'm broken, I can't enjoy the business anyway, and my family won't have me regardless of the business. So it's very, very mindset focused, and which I love. I absolutely love the fact that I can focus on working on me and help other people work on themselves, and collectively we can all be successful.
Oh, brilliant. And you hit a nerve with me. As you know, eye health really, emotionally I did well, but I put on a lot of weight during lockdown, and it was only a few months ago my clothes started sort of fitting me again. So,
Nice.
Trent, you certainly hit a nerve with me on that one.
Well, I must admit, I'm already overweight, but this is the first time I've been able to wear this shirt in 12 months. So,
really? Congratulations.
10 kilos.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
I can relate. I've got about another 5 to go the way I'm going.
Yeah, nice.
So hopefully another 5 years. No, another 5 weeks I can knock this one on
nice.
the head.
Yeah. I think it's going to take me longer than 5 weeks to get the next 50 off, but we're working on it.
Trent, we absolutely love it. Look, Trent, thanks for your time. And I'd say we're in the beautiful Novotel Parramatta right now, aren't we?
It is. It's gorgeous, actually. I haven't been here for a while, but I must admit I've enjoyed coming back, and make sure I grab a coffee on the way out.
Now, thanks again, Trent. Just before I let you go and get back to your hectic life of mentoring and logistics, do you have any closing thoughts or anything you'd love to share with our fans across the world on LinkedIn and more?
Yeah, I think for me, the last 2 years has really helped me focus on what I feel is my purpose. Notice I didn't say passion. I think passion is a little overrated. But once we find our purpose and we can identify the principles that we want to live our life by, and so forth, then we can actually begin to have an impact in the world around us. And that's really what I'm learning to do at the moment. I want to be an impact player in the world around me, and make sure that I leave it better than I found it.
Trent, we love you. Thank you, my friend.